How's it going, guys? This is Jacob with another video. This is Hit Stop. This is my first video since being home. I'm currently on the way to the store, and then I'll be on the way to the gym. I'm just gonna do a jog today, about 1.5 to 2 miles, I guess. Yesterday I was supposed to do a physique check, but been pretty tired ever since I got home from the boat, so I've just been kind of lounging around the house. And I did go to the gym yesterday and get about 1.5 to 2. I think it was 2.5 miles in yesterday. And today I weighed myself and I was at 202. The last physique check I did revealed my weight, which was at 205, so I've lost 3 pounds, so still losing some body fat. So I mentioned in previous videos that I'm probably going to try to continue to lose body fat until I get down to a percentage or a look in the mirror where I feel that when I do start eating in a calorie surplus and doing high intensity training, that it will allow me to build muscle and not have so much fat that it's going to be really hard to cut the fat. That's the idea anyway. And I just wanted to make a quick little shout out to somebody who commented on one of my videos. You'll never believe this, I almost quit over it. I almost tucked my tail between my legs and ran because this guy had me feeling so down in the dumps, if you can believe that. But his name was Walrus, was his username, Walrus something. And basically he told me that he doesn't want to see me doing these videos and that I should work on lifting the weights and not worry about my YouTube career because he doesn't want to see it. And I just went into a deep, dark depression after that. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I thought about it for a couple of days, and I thought, well, what am I gonna do here? Am I gonna tuck my tail between my legs and run because Walrus, username Walrus69, says for me to do so? I don't think so. And that was all satire, if you couldn't tell. I'm not very good at comedic undertones whenever I'm telling a story, but I thought it was hilarious. At first, I welcomed this comment because I thought I'm always talking about how I want critique on my videos, and as far as technique and things like that go, and I know it looks horrible. And a lot of these comments that I get are from are on my shorts, so they just see a little snippet. And I tell them if they would watch the longer video, they'll explain that eventually I'm going to try to improve my setup to where whenever I'm doing like leg extensions with the monkey feet, that it doesn't look just horrific as far as technique goes. Which is no excuse to have poor technique, but I'm really in a learning phase, as I've said a million times, and hopefully I continue to learn. I don't ever get out of that learning phase because I've been told when I first started on the river that by my very first captain that the minute you feel like you know everything or you've got everything down, you might as well quit because you're going to get somebody hurt or killed. So that's the mentality that I bring forth to this. Just trying to learn all the time. And there was another comment on that same video with the leg extensions with monkey feet where a guy was telling me that like my hips shouldn't be going up when I'm trying to do the leg extensions, and that's really useful information. I appreciate those comments, but the comments from like Walrus69 or whatever, I like those comments too, because matter of fact I got them screenshotted, so that way whenever hopefully one day whenever I'm doing these videos, and instead of 34 subscribers that I've got now, I've got 340 and 3,400 and 34,000 and 340,000, and hell, why not 3.5 million? Whenever I can look back on that, I might frame it, put it up on my wall. Who knows? But so little update on that. And another thing, today I've been home for 2 days, and I told my girlfriend today that I started the channel, which is kind of difficult for me because I don't, as you can tell, I don't bring a whole lot of energy into these videos either. I kind of talk in a very monotone type of voice, and it's even more so when I'm home. I'm not very forthright with information. Communication is really not my strong suit when it comes to talking to my girlfriend, which is, I mean, that sounds horrible. It probably is, but I've always been that way, and I don't know how to explain that to people. And she thinks probably that it's just her, but she doesn't realize that it would be that same way with the friend group. Like whenever I lived with a couple of friends a few years ago, it's kind of like going through that stage where you got all kinds of stuff to talk about, and then eventually it just kind of runs out or peters out. And then also for me, with my job being gone for 6 months or more out of the year, I found that it's easier for me to not when I'm talking to people or having conversations, whenever I'm dealing with them a lot at home, whether it be a girlfriend or friends or what have you, it's easier for me to kind of keep it to a lower level as far as conversation goes, if that makes any sense, or actual time together, because it just makes it easier for me to transition out of home into work, because I've been doing it for 6 or 7 years now, so it's easy for me to transition into work. And I didn't realize this until like last year or the year before, that this is probably what that is. And it might not be that way for some guys that work on the boat, but it is for me. It's just keep my physical interactions with people that I do love to be around to a minimum. I don't get homesick too much whenever I'm on the boat. Some guys do. They get bent out of shape about if their girlfriend doesn't talk to them every 5 minutes, they think they're out cheating on them and stuff like that. I've never been like that. I've always been the type to be like, well, if she is, I'm probably going to find out about it sooner or later, so I'm not going to stress out about it. But so telling her about it, she seems pretty supportive, and which is a good thing. It took me a while to get it out, not whenever I actually said it, but to kind of muster up your courage to come out with it, because now, out of everybody that I know personally, she's the only one that knows about it. So it was really getting out of the comfort zone moment there, which is required for something like this, because I've thought about other YouTubers that have big platforms. I mean, like Joe Rogan or Patrick Bet-David or Sean Ryan or Jocko Willink. You think about all those people and what it must have felt like for some of them to initially come out with the idea of starting a YouTube channel. And maybe it wasn't difficult for them, but to tell family and friends about it. But I'd be willing to bet that it probably was. There was some kind of internal struggle there where they had to really weigh what they were doing with risk of public shame or humiliation, people talking behind your back, weigh that against the benefit. So So that's kind of where we're at on that. And I also explained to her that whenever I do these videos, I'm not gonna do a video with I'm not gonna upload videos when I'm jogging, because I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna jog on the treadmill during times where people will be there. And whenever I do the workouts, I'm gonna go really early in the morning so that I can be there when there's nobody there, so I can do my thing. And just not really much of a people person anyway, for one. And for two, I don't want to hinder anybody else's weightlifting with me being there with a camera or my phone videotaping. So that's how I'm hoping it'll go. That there'll be nobody there, or if there is, there might be one or two people there, and it'll be a lot easier to do it that way than during times where there's a lot of people there, because the gym's not like a big commercial gym. It's like a small town gym, so it's decent size. But when you start talking about especially what we're doing on this channel, which is high intensity training, when you go from the leg extension to the leg press or the squat, you got to have that machine because you're supersetting. That would be the main one. That would be the slip up there would be the leg extension to the leg press, because the leg extension machine is on the second floor and the leg press machine is on the first floor. And I don't really like taking that brief rest between the leg extension machine down to the leg press, but I don't have a choice. There's no Smith machine up there where I can substitute squats, or a squat rack right next to the leg extension. I gotta go down to the leg press, which is recommended in the book High Intensity Training to Mike Metzerway. So that's just something I have to deal with. But if there's a lot of people in there, then there's a good chance that leg press might be covered up whenever I come back down from the leg extension. So which on this next workout, it'll be shoulders and arms, so it'll be a little different, and you'll see some changes in lifts from when I was on the boat to now being at home, because I'm at the gym. I have access to more equipment, and I'll actually be doing the principled workouts, as they call them, in the book High Intensity Training to Mike Metzerway. It'll be the actual ideal principled workouts versus like for leg press, I was substituting that with squats on the boat, which is fine. That's why those substitutes are there. But with the leg extensions on the boat, I was using the monkey's feet it was just horrific technique. But I've looked up to see in the book if they recommend anything else for leg extensions for an isolation exercise for the quads, and they don't. It just recommends that, because he said that's the single best isolation exercise for the quads. So me being at home, I'll be able to use the leg extension machine, and that should fare pretty well for me. So I guess whenever I go to the store, I gotta get a few things. We're having a Sunday dinner at my girlfriend's family's house, so I got to get a few things for that. And then I have to I'm going to get a stand for my phone for when I'm filming in the gym. I'm going to get some tape. I'm going to try that out to where I can, prior to the video, I'm going to kind of tape off sections where I have good camera angles, so that way when I move from the leg extension to the leg press, I need to be able to run down the stairs and put that camera right where it needs to be, so I can jump immediately onto the leg press. And then also I'm going to see if I can pick up a mic, because it's kind of loud in the gym. They'll usually have some kind of music going or fans going and things in there. It's not super loud, but the closer I can be to a microphone, to relay what I'm saying or trying to get across, the better off I'll be, I think. So, so that's kind of where we're at with that. And I haven't really been on the channel in the past couple of days. I swapped over to my other YouTube channel, which is not a channel where I engage like on this one. So it's just my looking up podcasts and different things like that channel. So I haven't been on this channel to see kind of what's been going on. So I'll check that out. Last I checked, we had 34 subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for the comments. Even Mr. Walrus 69 or whatever the hell his name was, thank you for your comment. That just gives me fuel. I'm not gonna lay down. Who else? Yeah, a couple of other comments there. That, like that one I was talking about, that guy was critiquing my technique on the leg extension with the monkey's feet. I appreciate that. So I reckon that'll do it for this one, and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. I gotta try to remember when I do shoulders and arms, I gotta do the physique check too. But just pulled up here to the old gas station. I'm gonna run in there and get me a bottle of water so I can drink one of them Jocko hydrate packets with some electrolytes in it. But thank you guys for watching. Please comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.